what has happened is that during the Biden administration, attitudes towards immigration became more and more and more negative, and particularly illegal immigration, particularly regarding what was going on on the border. But since Biden was defeated, since Trump was elected, views regarding immigration have become significantly different. So I'm looking, so there's been published, I think today, today, it was published a Gallup poll on immigration. And so here's the first chart. I can actually share this with you. Why not? There's the graph, right? This first graph. We'll go over all these graphs. All right, so if you look at this is a graph of do you want immigration to, just generally immigration broadly, do you want more immigration, less immigration, stay at the same level? So you can see that less immigration peaked in 2024 and has sharply come down since then. It peaked at over 50% of Americans saying, we want less immigration. And now it's at 30%. And more immigration has gone up from a low in 2024 of under 20% to now being 26%. Stay the same is 38%. So you can see that the peak hostility towards immigration generally happened exactly there. All right, here's another one. This is, whether this is Republicans. So you can see even Republicans who had a 90% decrease immigration has come down to 48%. And, keep the same has gone up a lot. Increase, not really much, right? They're still not pro-immigration, the wonderful Republicans. How immigrants affect the United States. You can see here, immigration is a good thing is up to 79%. Now, a lot of these you'll find are inconsistent. People are inconsistent. They answer questions irrespective of what they answered before. So some of this is weird. But immigrants generally a good thing, 79%. Highest it's pretty much ever been since they did the survey in 2001. And, bad thing, 17%. And again, you can see the Biden effect. Biden was very bad for people's attitudes towards immigration. His mishandling, his bumbling idiocy of how he handled the southern border was a disaster for immigrants. All right, here you have, this is Republicans, Independents, and Democrats' views of, again, how good immigration offered the United States. Democrats is 91%, Independents 80%, but even Republicans, 64% think that immigration is good for the U.S. Now this is pretty interesting, because this is that was all immigration, so it wasn't illegal. Now we're talking about illegal immigration. Okay, so here's a question: allowing immigrants who are brought to the United States illegally as children the chance to become U.S. citizens if they meet certain requirements over a period of time. 85% of Americans believe they should be allowed. Allowing immigrants living in the United States illegally the chance to become U.S. citizens if they meet certain requirements. So this is not children. This is all of them. Went from 70% in 24 to 78% in 25. Hiring, and then they say hiring significantly more border agents. In 2024, 76%, 2025, 59%. So a sharp decline in support for increasing ICE. And this is not even ICE, this is Border Patrol. I didn't think they'd think that they were going to be patrolling the neighborhoods. Significantly expanding the construction of walls along the U.S.-Mexican border. 53% in 2024, 45% in 25. And then deporting all immigrants who are living in the United States illegally, 47% in 24, only 38% in 25. Now, it's inconsistent for 38% to want to deport everybody and 78% want to give them a path to citizenship. But that's why I say people are very inconsistent. Anyway, That is a poll that came out today. So I think at least if you believe, Gallup, and I don't know, I think they're a reasonable polling agency. It does look like generally support for immigration has improved since Trump is in office, and indeed Biden was very, very bad for the image, if you will, of immigrants broadly.